think slime would be safer. Very likely. But I am a servant to all of your lovely folks' whims here, and I'm happy to do whatever you think would be more fun. But you also just personally dislike Abyss. I feel you there. There's certain characters that I feel really strongly about if you have like crazy regeneration or something like that, but otherwise it's often a nightmare trudging through, and then even after you find the rune vaults can get real nasty depending on your luck, so I can definitely respect and agree with that. Okie dokie. Let's switch over to our octopus ring. Let's also, I guess, just drop the scroll of acquirement for now. I don't know if we'll ever end up taking advantage of that, but let's see how our slime is looking at the very least, shall we? Definitely take all you lovely friends up separately here, so you don't have to fight the rock slime on top of the crowds. Oh me oh my. There's a bit of an advertisement for how slime is going to go, though. Absolutely brutal. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this rock slime is a nightmare. Well, let's bring in a Divine Warrior. Let's bring in a Cleansing Flame here. Let's do it again. Just clear the floor as much as we possibly can. In fact, I'll happily do that once more. Don't want to be dealing with the amount of damage that all these buddies can output at one turn. Jeez Louise, and another rock slime coming. Of course. How could I expect anything else? Perfect. At least with a friend at our side, it's not quite so bad. Speaking of which, let's try and take advantage of our buddy as much as we can. Head to the stairs here. Get him, Angel. Get him. Oh, nice try, nice try. NT. Okie dokie. Let's hope the rest of our slime is slightly more fortuitous. It's not a great start there. Don't love what I'm seeing there, for sure. We'll run upstairs, deal with this buddy on their own. Does the eye come with me? Perfect. I don't want that golden eye causing trouble while we're surrounded by enemies. And okie dokie. Let's get rid of the acid first. The Azure jellies definitely deal a decent chunk of change as well, don't get me wrong. But at least we're not in danger of getting further corroded by them. Jeez Louise. I hate this. Get a couple boomerang throws. You can see how strong our throwing is getting now that it's hitting up into the 16s here. Even just with boomerangs. We no longer have mutation resistance, so I'd like to kill you as soon as possible. Took a bit longer than I otherwise might have liked, but we got there. Definitely just bring all of you folk upstairs. Don't get too engulfed by the Quicksilver slime, of course. Jeez Louise. Never a dull moment. Always depends on what kind of slimes you get and what densities, because this is absurdly dense for what I'd normally expect to come across in slime here. Especially this early on in the branch. But hey, we can make it through in one piece, then I can't really complain, can I? So we will just continue on forevermore into the breach. Perfect. Down to slime 4. We're getting really lucky with stair layouts, at least. Very easily finding our next downstairs. Definitely better than we've seen in the past. Question, how are we killing Her Majesty? Probably with liberal use of immolation and throwing implements. I want to use the condenser vein. I'm slightly scared of getting excommunicated when we're this close to the end. Call me paranoid, but I am very much concerned that that may just be an eventuality here. You know, let's go full exclusions on all the entrances here, like we do. Then, want to be careful in where we explore here. I want to stay out of range of alarm traps as much as possible. Definitely try and soften up targets as much as we can with ranged weapons, but on top of that, I'm keeping an eye on distance to nearest stairs, because that is a crucial bit of information, as well as whenever possible staying far away from the center so that the sound of us fighting jellies doesn't alert or awaken anybody in particular. Not mentioning names, of course. But we'll have to see how she goes here. We have a decent amount of silver weaponry, so that's always nice against slimes. I think with silver javelins, immolation, as well as summons, like cleansing fire from the Shining One becomes especially strong when we deal with the huge crowds that are so often pervasive in this section. Whoa. We got mutated, and we feel we can roll further? What? That's a thing? That is wild. Unless it was like just a coincidence that it happened. I mean, we didn't level up or anything like that. That's kind of wacky. I mean, I'll take it. Much better than a negative mutation at the very least. Speaking of cleansing fire earlier, let's make some liberal use of that here. Just clear out these crowds a wee bit. Perfect, not too shabby. On top of that, what I probably should have done is peeked up these stairs just a wee bit. Ah, dissolution. Never mind. I'm not going up that way if I can help it. No, thank you. In fact, let's just remind ourselves not to head up that stairwell. No reason to fight that unique. Never have before, never will in the future. Slime is already a scary branch. I don't want to think about special uniques that only show up here. Oh my, what the? Ma'am? Excuse me? Surprise, I guess. Okay. I mean, we could go for a teleport, I guess. Yeah, I don't really want to start this fight in this scenario. Perfect. That's much better. Shout for attention. Don't you step on that alarm trap, son. Oh, they're going to. Oh my gosh, they didn't. But I? Oh my gosh, I didn't either? Oh, me oh my. It's our lucky day, I guess. No, I almost want to call attention now. Wandering loyalty. Indeed. Or royalty, rather. Jeez Louise. Hello there. Got popped out of nowhere. Heard us shit-talking dissolution and realized that she had to get in, or they had to get in on there. Set the record straight. Okie dokie. I mean, we could go with silver boomerangs, but I think I will go straight to the silver javelins here. Just need to scroll through everything. Of course, we went the wrong order. Deal some early damage. Then we can immolation. Yes, please. Let's try and deal some area of effect damage. Do I want to just condenser vein across my fingers? Kind of. I'd be very upset if we ended up getting no torment. Torment would normally be good, but yeah, exactly. You got it, Star. Unfortunately, with the good god, we can't, but that is a great reminder for the future. That torment is usually one of the better ways to, because you immolate, then torment, immolate again, and it just rapidly cascades, dealing crazy amounts of damage to everyone involved. So definitely an important thing to note, regardless of the fact that it's not quite feasible for this run in particular. Okie dokie. Let's keep doing that. The royal jelly explodes. That's what you'd love to see. It's that easy, folks. And then we can even bring in Divine Warrior, maybe two, to help us clear out the rest of the buddies here. We don't mind spending a whole lot of piety here because we will be replenishing it most likely in Crypt before we head down into the final section of the game. And immolating again, definitely not a bad idea. Everything's a little close now that I think I will just clear it out the old-fashioned way. Especially with our Deva Pal at our side. I mean, we could, and in fact I think I will, pop a teleport now. Still try and deal as much damage as we can and take out most of these slimes. But at the end of the day, we'll fortunately be teleported away before anything too sketchy can happen. Also, whoops, kind of want to save these javelins for later, my bad. Now we can just heal up. Oh gosh, with your teleporting you might step on the alarm trap. Don't do that. Remove all of our exclusions though. Still have a few slimes wandering around, but they should be in slightly more manageable groups, and not too bad. Hop in, reap the benefits here. Also, before I forget about it, let's switch over to at least silver boomerangs. We can use our silver weapons a bit against the slimes where they're mostly effective, or the most effective rather. Not too bad. Protection from fire, meh, probably won't end up using too much. The plutonium sword, very cool, but not for this run, unfortunately. And a phantom mirror. It's a little later in the run than when we'd normally use one of those buddies, but I'll take it. Heck not. And there we go, we got our third rune. Not too bad. All things considered, not nearly as scary as it otherwise could have been as well. Take whatever we can get. And let's just go through grabbing the last couple consumables there, and we can get the heck out of here. Oh, hello, Rock Slime. Didn't notice you there. Perfect. So let's go to Crypt, shall we? Make our way on over. Ideally, don't have to deal with anything too tricky in the first few floors here. We'll be able to obtain a nice chunk of experience. Ooh, and there's a wizard portal, eh? Or Wiz Lab, I guess is the more correct title. I don't know how I feel about those still. I'm too unfamiliar with them personally to be comfortable trying it out. I could definitely see it being a pretty nice boon at the end of the run here. I think my medium response to it will just be to wait out slightly, and if we happen to run into it before it collapses, then maybe we'll try it out. Otherwise, oh, there we are. We do in fact find it. So scratch everything I was going to say. There is no otherwise. That's just the way of the world. Wait for the damage reflect to go away, and then we can finish the fight. Oh gosh. Quite the crowd being drawn in here. Don't love that. It's hoping to fight off the vampire mage before things got too hairy, but instead, let's just start retreating back a little bit ourselves. Jeez Louise. I know a lot of those are summons, but still, hate to see it. Well, let's go with some cleansing fire. I know we're here to regain piety, and that's not necessarily our best bet, but hey, I need to start laying down the hurt real fast before things get dire. In fact, oh, hello, Menace. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, and we're silenced. Okay, I need to haste. I'm tempted to go down the stairs and face whatever is to come down there. Let's go one heal, pop down, hope that we don't come across worse. Doesn't look like it right off the rip here. Slightly risky here, but at least this way we can try and do some teleport shenanigans, getting out of the silence aura. But geez Louise, things really took a scary turn very quickly here. So we can try and kill off some of the undead. Dang it, another one of these cursed skulls. is a very unfortunate crypt. Usually things aren't quite as scary, to say the least. I mean, we're still hasted. Could still output a decent amount of damage. The one thing we could do is just re-teleport now, wait a few turns, pop upstairs, cross our fingers. But then I'm really chaining my my luck on a few different contingencies here. And at least we have a good Polybridge song going while we debate our inescapable potential doom. Also have to remember that we're fast, so if I read the scroll, we're going to have slightly more turns than I would otherwise think. Alternatively, could just teleport and stay down here, which I think is actually where I'm going to land on this. I was hoping to kill the skull before we got sent away, but it is what it is. We're slightly better off for it. Let's bring all of our new friends down this way. Hello, hello. Free Piety. Ancient Lich. Yeah, this is a scary crypt. Normally Crypt 2 isn't quite as menacing, if you ask me. If you would all like to follow me this way, please and thank you. In fact, yes, having the Cursed Skull front and center is perfect. That was the time I was just waiting for that Ancient Lich to pop around the corner, but fortunately, not in the worst timeline ever. Instead, just mildly unfortunate timeline. And as mentioned, we're still getting piety. So at the end of the day, this is still going all right, all things considered. Jeez. They like upped the number of those gosh darn skulls that come in. I feel like normally I don't have to deal with quite so many in Crypt. But it is what it is, I guess. Fortunately, we are gaining a decent amount of health off of each of those kills, otherwise that fight would have looked drastically scarier. Let's take a peek. So we could do the stairwell plan. Hello, friend. Let's use some silver attacks while you're far away, then we might as well rush in. I'm still tempted, actually. I'm going to keep using the silver boomerangs, I think. Following up by a cleansing fire to finish off that son of a gun. Jeez Louise. Never a dull moment, eh? They won't be able to one-shot us with their iron shot, but it's pretty close, so I'm just going to run away from the champion for the time being. Can be pretty liberal with our use of these silver boomerangs. Yes, can definitely ignore that. But we'll ideally have enough silver javelins for the later sections of the game, so I don't mind using up these boomerangs here. Get attacked decently often, and they deal a nice amount of bonus damage to all these lovely undead folk. And onwards we go. I mean, who even knows what the upstairs looks like now? It's been so long since we were last there. I'm guessing it's still hell on earth, with Menace just waiting for their chance to strike. Let's wait 3 turns, head up. Perfect. Oh wait, no, I was too slow. Dang it, I thought I was free. 1, 2, head up. And there we go. Now we see that we got teleported to where the Wizlab was, funnily enough. But ideally, this will be slightly more manageable here. Keeping an eye out, of course, for if and when Menace comes around the corner. Ooh, when we hit full piety. I do definitely want to take advantage of that as soon as possible. I wouldn't mind getting out of here. Of course, comes with its own risks and whatnot. So we will switch our silver javelins. I'm going to try and take out the flayed ghost as soon as possible here. Perfect. Put us back up into a healthy position. Then fight for our right here. Jeez Louise. What? Could have been flaming a little bit, I guess. I'm just asking for Menace to pop around the corner while we're already in a rough spot. In fact, oh gosh, so much attention has been drawn. I'm gonna read teleport. No guarantee that it takes us somewhere safe. In fact, that's not great. That's not where I wanted. Don't notice me. Don't notice me. Gosh darn it. Okay, if it's just you, we're okay. Don't notice me. Don't notice me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, what a nightmare. But we can head out the bottom entrance here into a dead end, just like I planned, of course. Never a doubt in my mind. So, having used that strategy flawlessly, I might add, let's now head up this way. Absolute genius. And get the heck out of here. We're maxed out on piety, looking to be in a good spot. It's definitely all we can ask for. Perfect, and let's find evening. Oh, whoops, it's not avenging. Evening is what we're looking for. I feel like we'll enchant this. I guess we could try and kill Menace. We get the... Did he have a Trishula on him? That's a pretty solid weapon. Of course, in order to do that, we have to kill Menace, which is a bit of a tough fight in its own right. I mean, we can remove our Octopus King ring, switch it off for Wowist, which we actually should have done. Should have gone 3 pips of our negative before going into that final section. Whoops. But that's okay. Let's maybe start clearing through Zot a little bit. I should even drop these Scrolls of Torment. They're not doing anything for us. Let's head to Zot, and I'm going to try to get a nice pair of like gold dragon scales. I'm going to enchant that up. All fine and dandy, then we'll have good resistances kind of across the board. And do that before we worry too much about switching over to the Evening Star. Though, of course, it is nice to enchant something with TSO's max PD ability, but should be good. Triple Sorter Riot. If it wasn't two-handed, I would do anything and all to make your dreams come true. Unfortunately, I'm a shield bro at the end of the day. Can't help it. Just who I am. Okay, do I really want to just keep going headfirst into this? That Berserk is going to last longer than I'd like. Let's do a Cleansing Fire. Cleansing Fire. Undodgeable damage. Pretty high amount as well. Not the best, though. Not the best start to our Zod adventures, to say the least. Gosh darn Moths of Wrath. Let's do a little bit of finagling there, get ourselves into a nice corridor. Killing the Tentacled Monstrosity will actually give us a nice heal if we can get that far. I mean, it was alright by the time we got there. We, of course, had taken a lot of damage as well. Oof. Right. Damnation is the thing. 3d15, 3d20 actually, because you'll hurl it. Technically, one-shot range. As much as I hate to admit it. Jeez Louise, things took a very sour turn very quickly there. Take one more step. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Unfortunately, our entrance is not very safe. I mean, you can still call down, but you're not gonna be able to hurl anymore. Either way, kind of screwed. I guess Fear Scroll potentially deals with you temporarily, but that's not the be-all end-all. We're slow as well, which is part of the huge issue here. Oh my gosh, not after all we've been through. Not after all we've accomplished. So let's think about it for a moment. We could blink, could follow it with like summoning, just try and flood the area. Gives us enough time to potentially heal up on our own as well. Alternatively, I mean, what we should have done was silence you as soon as possible. We can pop around the corner here, and we at least won't get damnation, except that our angel might, I guess. So that's not great. I'm gonna heal. We could blink for the stairs and pop up. It's not a guaranteed solution, but we can at least take one turn of damnation damage. And we're no longer slowed. Okay, we're no longer slowed. That's actually pretty huge. I'm gonna blast them. Blast them as soon as our damnation friend comes around the corner. Or maybe not even able to wait until then. I was hoping to use a fear scroll. Let's just do it. Did I also take a step by accident? I feel like I might have. So we could go for one more, trying to get the Scorcher taken out. In fact, I think I will. Shoot. So even a, dang it, even a blink won't necessarily save us. To go for a heal. Purple Draconian is distracted right now. Don't hit us, don't hit us. Dang. I think I have to risk it, but I might die. I think it's all I have left, though. No heals. I mean, the Shining One might save us from lethal as well. So here goes. Come on, Roland. We've made it this far together. We've been to hell and back. Made it through slime. Made it through shoals in one piece. Do this for me one last time. Okay, never mind. Didn't even have to take a shot. Oh my gosh. Where were you hiding, though? You son of a gun. Never didn't have it indeed. Not a single doubt, or even a moment in my brain. Well, fortunately, negative damage does absolutely nothing to us in our current state, so we don't have to worry too much about that dragon, but oh me oh my. Of all the runs that I've done in this series so far, this one's probably shaved the most years off of my life in total, but that's fine. I still believe we can do this. We can make it through in one shot. Or in one piece, rather. We'll just keep stair dancing a wee bit here, trying to make our life slightly easier. Nope. Head out the second that damnation buddy appears. And let's close the gap. I need to take this friend out. Perfect. And we can even head upstairs with our icy pal. Speeding up, hey? Fine. Divine Warrior it is. We'll be extra cautious here. Do everything at our disposal in order to stay alive. And now we should be okay. But geez. Rough start to our Zot plays. Deservedly so, to some extent. Is it capital D that's dropped your last thing? It is. Capital D, Shift D to drop the last thing you picked up. It's one of my favorite hotkeys to have recently learned, for sure. Wow, just a death cob on their own, hey? Yeah, we're gonna struggle through Zot for the most part. I mean, ideally, as long as we can manage our PD to a certain extent here, what we're hoping to do is just bring a veritable army of angels into effect as we get to Zot 5. Specifically clearing out the lungs, I guess. Do we make a sick evening start? Not yet, no. Also, oh my gosh, we're so far from the stairs. Hate that. Let's go teleport. I regret that. Let's cancel teleport. Didn't realize we'd outlast the berserk to this degree. But no, we haven't made the evening start yet. I was pushing it off just a wee bit, but I'm instantly regretting that. So, we have most of the tools ready at our disposal here. Let us do so right away. Roguelike's the only genre you can play for 100 hours and not know the controls, right? I'm constantly learning, not even just controls, but new things in general. There are always little bits and bobs that manage to escape your notice no matter how many hours you've thrown into a game. Especially one that's so constantly upgrading and updating. Like this. Jeez. Brain kind of stalled out on me right in the middle of a sentence. Always hate it when that happens. But yeah, with the constant updating and the evolution of this game, I feel like there's always something new around the corner to pay attention to and to be aware of. But okay, let's go back to Crypt. Definitely should have just taken advantage of full Pip's PD while we were there. Now we're gonna potentially run into Menace and crap our pants, but hey, it is what it is. But all of you can come with me on a little bit of a merry jaunt here. That way we can always escape the summons the moment things get out of control. Like that, right away. Not too bad. These undead things won't follow us, but we can still just try and get some good damage down. And I'm trying to get this gosh darn crystal skull next to me on the stairs. They're just not cooperating. I don't know what it is. I feel like we've been nice. We've been pals this whole time. Now I don't want to, because I'm in a bad spot. There we go, you son of a gun. I think this is still worth it overall to throw out some cleansing flames. Get a little bit flayed, that's fine. Man. Let's maybe switch over to javelins, just try and take this buddy out as quickly as possible here. There we go. Jeez Louise, should have done that sooner probably. I was hedging my bets just a wee bit too much. Should go with the obvious play sometimes, instead of just trying our very best to get a bit too clever for our own britches here. And there you are. Oh, you don't have a Trishula. Or you do? Does your sprite just always hold a trident? Or is the Trishula the trident? It might be. What am I mixing it up with? What's the three-pronged whip? I'm blanking. But that is fine, regardless. Let's step out here. Phantom mirror this son of a gun. Well, that happened fast. There goes our friend. I mean, not silenced at the moment, so box of beasts. As well as condenser vein, not really necessary. Could scroll summoning or something like that, but we should be okay without. We'll turn off fighting. Might start turning evocations up in the background, as well as armor, focused. Let's bring that up to 16 or so. Get into a good spot. Okay. Now, let's see. You are resistant to electricity and poison, so lightning rod not going to do a whole lot of work for us. Could go for the acid. Fortunately, pretty high evasion on this son of a gun. And we are hurting real bad. So I think I'm gonna bail. Read an early teleport. Fortunately get that off before the silence effect comes in. And now I'm hoping I can sneak back to our entrance. Oh wow. Hello Oxbeast, are you leading? Okay. That might be leading Menace straight to us. I mean, still might have been for all I know. Not great. Okay. So that was a rough start. I don't even know if I want to fight Menace anymore. Didn't expect it to be quite so sketchy. Are these diggable? Nope, they are not. Good thing I checked before blasting a few charges of our wand. That's fine. Let's explore up this way. Hopefully find a few more enemies without having to fight off our angel pal. Thought we could all be friends. I mean, we're on the same side, really, but it is what it is, I guess. Not looking great for the amount of space that we can explore without risking another run-in with our favorite angel. Come here, please. Perfect. Because it's kind of counterintuitive, or it's against our entire reason for being here. We use up too much PD, summon in angel friends to beat him. But if we kill Menace, we could probably explore the rest of Crypt without quite as much risk. So it's an interesting calculus to weigh at the very least. Wow, we actually cleared through most of Crypts too, hey? Well, let's step into the teleport trap, get rid of it so we can explore down this hallway that ends immediately, of course. And last but not least, let's check out Crypt 3. You know what? I will just take you kids upstairs, because I am very scared. It's all flayed damage, which is ridiculous. That's still far more than I would otherwise like. And we have quite the welcoming committee, including another flayed ghost. I guess we can probably take one turn. Yeah, bring some of you upstairs. I can dig it. Wait for the damage reflect to end, and then we can just tab our way through the rest of that, no problem. Perfect. And I think we're just going to go for it this time. Let's not get so fancy. We will just bless our evening star here. Yes, indeed. Shine one booms. Give this gift, or use this gift wisely. We will do our best, O Holy One. We will do our best. But okay, starts out as +2. And immediately run for the stairs, find enchant W, and Orc 2 as our big stack. So they'll probably save us the most amount of real life time, if not in game time. Quickly run here and just pipe this thing all the way up to max. Perfect. +9. Okie dokie. So, switching over to that, let's take a look at how everything's sitting. We lose willpower, which I kind of hate. Also lose resistance to electricity. Not great. It's gonna be a rough one. One thing we can do, of course, is quickly adjust both these weapons to A and B, and that way we have a half-decent method of just quickly switching between them when we really need those resistances in particular. On top of that, do a quick check for Will Plus and see what we wish to use. Whoa. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. We had Scales of the Dragon King, just lying on the floor, doing absolute nothing. Just been sitting there this whole time. Well, let's go pick those up. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Hey, Railbird, it's going alright. Besides, as you noticed upon stepping in here, I am very stupid and totally missed something very obvious. I am not on a streak now. Unless, actually, no, I am. just not the good kind. Very much on a losing streak for Palentonga, so I'm really hoping that we can make the difference here and pull out a victory once and for all. Oh me, oh my, I can't believe that these scales have been sitting there the whole time. That is super embarrassing. Well, let's go back to Zot. I think we're just about ready to rejoin our plan here. Should be able to dish out a nice amount of damage, as well as having quite incredible defensive capabilities on top of that. Also though, I guess this probably has a slightly higher min delay skill. It indeed does, so let's immediately pop that buddy on. Start training that. In fact, I'm tempted to take off evocations for the time being, just to allow those stats to pump. Right. No resistance to electricity. Let's switch over to our our flail once more. It's probably for the best. I'm also going to call in a divine warrior just to get a nice amount of overkill here, because I am very scared. Rightfully so. But okie dokie. Hopefully, this slight speed bump aside, we're looking to be slightly better off overall here. Let's experiment over the rest of Zot, at least. Defenses have never been better. Offenses, definitely, we can probably say the same, never been better as well. So, we have no excuses anymore. Let's just go balls to the wall here. See what we can't make work. Start off with just excluding all that crap. Oh, get out of the excluded area. Perfect. Okay, you know what? Fine, game. I'll go through all the due diligence, making sure that every single part of this is blocked off. How about that? No other Arlec. I don't think any good sources. We can take a quick peek. Oh, there was that amulet. We don't want reflection anymore. I mean, I'm just such a fanboy for reflection that I always want to use it, but it might be prudent to make the switch there, to say the least. Especially since Guardian Spirit on its own will give us a nice amount of extra hit points here, slightly more survivability, with the caveat that I want to be able to use our God-given abilities as soon as necessary, no matter the case. So, comes a bit of an interesting mental calculus, but for now, let's just see how we can do, make it by on our own. There aren't too many sources of electricity damage down here, and most of them we can at least see coming from a decent ways away, so there is that, to say the least. Let's get rid of Brilliance. And the Holy Wrath will definitely make it much easier against the Death Cobs and the Tentacled Monstrosities, so even that alone, I will gladly take in the pro column here. We don't really have to explore all of Zot. I mean, I kind of do want to get our skills up, I guess. Get up to as close to min delay as I can with this Evening Star. The 0.7 is already not too shabby. Your electricity, let's swap for you. Ring of Wizardry, no thank you. Oh wait, no, I don't need Gold Dragon Scales anymore. I'm on you one better. Huh. Let's switch over to boomerangs here. There we go. And just take that buddy out in one fell swoop. Nice, love to see it. Besides that Zot trap paying off, definitely want to run around the corner here. It's not too bad. And we should be able to take these buddies on as long as we have our resistances in order. Though it's in no way guaranteed. Let's see. Are you vulnerable to anything at all? Not really, hey? In that case, let's switch over to our javelins. Just deal a nice amount of overall damage. Perfect. Should be able to heal up here as well. And let's see, there's one more of you gosh darn golems. But that should be a-okay. Perfect. Scroll of Acquirement, this will still be the last one we saw, but that just means we have to choose something randomly here. Let's go with... Frostbite for fun. Probably won't... Oh, whoops. Hit a bunch of the wrong keys there. Frostbite for fun. Yes. Hitting enter when I shouldn't be. Very silly of me. But then we want to find... Acquire... Acquirement? Fine, we'll do this the hard way. We did leave that Scroll of Acquirement somewhere where we could grab it in the future, right? Use ground against electric? That definitely hits different for me nowadays because I did very recently start playing Pokemon for the second time ever. I played Pokemon Red way back in the day on a road trip with some family, and a friend of mine had a Game Boy that we were able to play it on, but my partner really wanted to watch me play some Pokemon, so I started playing Pokemon Shield, and I've been really enjoying it, but I'm finally starting to learn all of the type matchups and how to actually play the game, slowly but surely. Nice, I'll take the Manual of Throwing out of here now that we have something else, and back to Zot we go. So that's an extremely timely reference there, Sapin. I've been enjoying that game a lot, but it's definitely mostly me wandering around and just over and over again saying, what the crap is that? What is that? What is this? In your opinion, Pokemon has greatly evolved throughout the years in quality of life features when it comes to single player. You can even... I've trained Pokemon with minigames now. Yeah, I like a lot of the features, and I have my partner around to tell me which ones are special and new and which ones are from old games and stuff, so I've been really appreciating seeing how far the games have come, for sure. I don't remember too much about my initial playthrough. I was pretty young, and on top of that, I didn't have a very win-focused mentality at the time, so it was definitely a lot of fooling around and exploring unnecessarily, and not really paying attention to some of the more important parts of the gameplay loop. Okie dokie. First Orb of Fire fight, not going too badly. Definitely hitting us with a few mutations. In fact, oh my gosh, mutations are still incoming. Maybe I spoke too soon. Switch over to Silver Javelins. It's much better. And let's do a little bit of an inventory here. Not regenerating kind of sucks, but isn't the end of the world. We do have 4 mutation potions. To try and get rid of anything horrifying that comes our way, but I'm tempted to try and save those for a wee bit here, because I'm guessing there's still worse to come.